Yo, what up? My name is Don, and today we're checking out Diablo 4's new trailer showcasing Mercenaries, which are coming to Diablo 4's Vessel of Hatred expansion, which launches on October 8th in just over a month from now. And although a lot of OG players know that we had Mercenaries in Diablo 2, they are coming back to Diablo 4's expansion, although with a bit of a twist. So I'm excited to see what they got for us. So, with that being said, let's hop right in and check it out.
Suffering, desolation, horror. This is the road we know in Sanctuary. However, some of us have taken a different path.
Looks like Luke Villain.
Bound by secrecy, ready to stand and fight for those who seek us out. My shield is your protection. There was a time we fought the vilest of Sanctuary.
You fools get uglier and uglier.
Until we were left with only our inner demons. But the return of hatred has pulled us back into the light.
Your blood feeds my blade!
Yeah.
And though we now wait, watching from the shadows, we cannot escape who we are. Why we fight.
Please, no! Stay away!
Or the fury that burns within us. I have your back.
I'm with you!
All right.
I will not let you down.
Stay back!
See it. Shoot it.
Reach your maker!
Catch!
Strength in numbers.
I am your guardian.
I am your redemption.
I am your vengeance! I am your rage!
We are the pale hand, and we are the reason you need never fight alone.
All right. Right. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, this kind of leads into a conversation that I've been wanting to have about Diablo for a while, which is like it feels like the game is becoming a little bit more disconnected, and I don't want to start right out on negative right away. But right now I find that a problem in the game is that I think they addressed this a little bit in season 5 with making specific events feel more like a group effort. Like for example, I'm level 89 now with my bard because I haven't really been like I fell off entirely with the whole race to 100 thing. But was fighting a world boss recently, and how they've scaled up world bosses so they don't just die in 2 seconds is like that's a good change in my opinion. They still die in like under a minute, but that's not long at all. Um, but it feels much better, because the world boss should feel epic. And with this whole, how it relates to the whole mercenaries thing is because people are so strong in game, it really causes like for example, when I'm just out in the world, even when I'm partied with nobody, when I'm playing in a Helltide and there's um sorcerers or sorceresses around, and they're just absolutely right now in season 5 destroying everything on my screen before I could even it doesn't matter how fast I could be on a barb because I can only increase my run speed so much. I still have to run to the targets and hit them. And you have Sorks over here just like launching fireballs and thunderbolts and this that and static this and whatever that's just like zipping across the screen and multiplying, off, every cast like multiplies off its cast and launches other little smaller fireballs or electric fields or something like that. And I find that with the, inclusion of mercenaries in the game, I almost feel like there needs to be more of a world threat. Like, this whole like idea of like mercenaries are going to protect you or they're there to help you. Again, I wasn't really a fan of I'm not really a fan of sidekicks in the first place. It made sense in Diablo 2 because Diablo 2 was actually decently hard. There's nothing hard about Diablo 4, and, I've personally seen this kind of change of the game that most people won't see as negative. I see it in negative in a certain way because I personally like a game that's a little bit harder because then um, you know, the things like the hurdles that I overcome, it feels better. Like if there was a harder challenge that I did, it feels better rather than it just being so, could basically close my eyes and beat this game as it is already. So I'm not really sure where mercenaries fit in other than just to add some varying playstyle and flair to what's going on in the battlefield right now. Um, I have no idea how they're going to, fit into this world without it feeling like season 3. I think it was season 3. Um, we're season what 5 now, or season 4 or 5. Um, I just feel like it'll go back to feeling like when we had the spider, the little um, what do I want to call it? Herodric spider companion. That thing, people have gotten to arguments with me, even on my own videos, where they believe that uh, sidekick was not capable of doing billions of damage, and it's people only believe this because they were not capable of getting this sidekick to do billions of damage. Now, I don't know how the sidekick system is going to work in Diablo 4, but I'm assuming it's going to be at least as um, forthcoming as it was in Diablo 2, with you being able to equip a couple of pieces of gear to your character. Now, when it comes to gear in Diablo 4, we all know how the current state of gear works, so I'm here being like, all right, are we going to get into a problem very quickly where it seems like, Blizzard has done this very many times. The current Diablo 4 team has done this very many times, not to throw them under the bus too hard, but, it's kind of fact that they've put out many systems very many times amongst these first 4 or 5 seasons or whatever right now where it doesn't seem like they did the math behind um the system they put out. And so, you know in multiple seasons now have we been able to kill bosses in like seconds. I think that there, I guess, should be room for that in a game. I'm not saying there shouldn't be, but I just don't feel like it should be so widespread. I feel like you should have to work really little, put a bit of more effort and work towards feeling like you're the ultimate, can't be touched. When you walk into the room of demons, they literally just turn into dust and fade away at the presence of your, you know, um, omnipotent self, because it already feels like that in games. So I don't really see where mercenaries come in other than some. It almost feels like wasted resources. They're not needed in game right now. I don't see where they fit in game right now. Um, I don't want it to feel like, again, we're just having to do less effort as less input as human players because um, our mercenary is going to be, if I like, we all know how they were in Diablo 2. Okay. There were certain parts of the game that I would not be able to get past if my literal God mode level mercenary wasn't sitting there just going, the will of a Templar is stronger. You know what I'm saying? Like some stupid, some stupid stuff like that. So, who knows? Who honestly knows with this one? I'd love to know your guys' thoughts on this one and how, if you feel like overall, if you feel like the game is disconnected already, because other than partying for the explosion of extra XP that you're going to get, there's no reason to party. There really is no reason to party in the game, not to farm bosses. I mean, I guess to farm bosses to do rotas, but like essentially I there's gotta be a better reason to party in a game. Everything is pointing towards just doing stuff solo, and, I I don't know. I don't know how to interpret this move by Blizzard. So let me know if you think this is a good one, or a bad move, and if you think, or if you're a player who's been struggling with parts of the game right now, let me know where you think this might help you, or if you think that honestly, because they are saving this for Vessel of Hatred, if do we think there's you know, potential room for the possibility that the world and the mobs in general are going to be scaled better, feel harder, and therefore, even if you're playing solo or even if you're in a group with three other players and you have, you all have as you're leveling up, you're all as strong as you can be. Plus, your mercenaries, there's still going to be a challenge. The world is still going to feel dangerous. I would really like if they somehow reach that point of potency in the world, but they haven't yet. They've made the world feel more dangerous as you're leveling, but you break even pretty quickly with things like tempering and masterworking and getting uniques from so many more sources and earlier and with the ability to get your codex going and all your aspects on your gear. It just people are able to do the first world tier dungeon, capstone dungeon at like like end of like level 20 is level 30. So, oh, the mercenary thing, eh, yeah, I'm not really convinced yet. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. And as always, if you want more reactions like this, more conversations like this, and you like content like this, please like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one.